So Micro Stepped, you really got me. We'll break it down step by step. The first challenge is pretty much the first bar. So the first is 1, 2, rest, rest. So the brick that sits underneath the line is a semi-breve or a 4 crotchet rest. Semi-breve, 1, 2, 3, 4, rest, 2, 3, bass snare with the, and 4 where the flam on the snare is big and strong. The reason why you got this brick here, this semi-breve rest, is because the top and the bottom have to be accounted for. And that's just the rules. And this is how it sounds. The first challenge. 1, 2, 3, 4, rest, rest, rest. And again, rest, rest to begin with. Rest, rest, rest. Then the next challenge to get nice and strong is this. Bass, bass, snare, bass, 3, and E4, and. So you got semi-quaver here, and quaver, and 2 more quavers here. So 3, and F4, and. Nice and slow, and this is how it sounds. Next challenge, challenge 2, is I missed a hat. I just did the next bar, so bar 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 again. And of course, play it true tempo, eventually build it up, but slow and steady. And then the third challenge, the third is also this fill happens 1, 2, 3 times. And that's even if I'm counting right, so I'm pretty sure it happens 3 times. And it's bass, bass, snare, bass, 3, E, and a 4, and. So that's tom, snare, 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 floor, snare. Right, left, right, left, right, left. And this is how it sounds. The next challenge is challenge 3, which is I'll go from bar 9 to bar 12. And again. And I'll do this bar going into the next line. And then the fourth challenge is this fill here. This fill is 1, 1, 1, 1, floor, 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 floor. Much like the exercise from from grade 1. One of those technical exercises, the fills is just like that, but it's crash, bass, snare, bass, tom 1, then a floor, 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 crash, bass, snare, bass, 3 E and a 4 E and a. Keep it all single stroked, and this is how it sounds. Next challenge is, so this is the same as that, but I'm going to do this here, challenge number 4. So I did a bit of the next bar, but again. Then the fifth is crash, bass, snare, bass, 3 and a 4 and. Rhythmically it's the same as the second challenge, but it's tom, snare, snare, floor, snare, 3 and a 4 and. I would say right, right, left, and this is how it sounds. Then the next challenge is crash bass here. We're going to go floor, snare, snare, floor, snare. And again. Then the sixth challenge is a whole bar fill. So whatever you want, it could be a whole range of things. You got 4 crotchets that you can fill in any way you like, but it has to be in the style of rock. You can't just start doing jazz or get out the brushes. It still has to be rock. Crash, hat, snare, hat, bass, bass, snare, hat. 1, 2, 3, da da. Or tom, snare, snare, floor. Or 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And whatever toms you want. And these are a few ideas. Then the next challenge is whatever you want to make up in this fill. 4 crotchets, and it could be as simple as this. So I'm going to do the 2 bars here, and then I'm going to crash bass here. So basically, I just crotcheted or quarter noted everything. Then you could do quavers. So that's quavering, going around the kit. You can go. That's going into the next bar. So we could do semi-quavers now. We could semi-quaver in paradiddle. Just practice whatever you're going to put in there. The most important thing is that it's in time and it's in the same style as rock. So don't get out the brushes, don't get out any sort of soft Latino samba type rhythms. Do it true to form, true to tempo. And then the 8th challenge and the final one would be this here, which funnily enough is also what we did here. So I won't play that, just refer to the previous thing that we just did. And then this fill is the same as the bar 9, 10, 11, bar 12, which is also the same as that in section C. So that's no surprise. And again, this line is the same as the last line here. Exactly the same. Just make up whatever fill you want. And then the outro. Oh yeah, and the other thing is this fill, this groove here, crash, bass, snare, bass, bass, snare, hat. And this is how that groove sounds. Next challenge is this new groove. It turns into an extra, we have an extra bass drum in the second half of the bar. Slow and steady, get that going. The next challenge is bass, bass, snare, bass, 3 and a 4 and, which is actually the same as challenge number 5, but I'll do it again. I'm going right there. And then you got the outro, bass, bass, snare, 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 da, 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 3 and 4 and minimum rest at the end. Snare, floor, basses. The arrows mean accents, the pointy things, so big and strong for all those strokes. And that's a pretty good summary of a micro stepped. You really got me. Now I'm just going to do the whole line, this line, which is also the same as this line. I did that going into the next line. And then the last challenge would be just getting this last line. I'll do the whole line, which is bars 45 ending on bars 27, 48, bars 48.
You really got me. 1, 2, 3, 4.